Good morning and welcome to the Idea Ladies. My name is Carrie.
I'm Janine.
And we are from the Passionate Home in downtown Langley. Good morning. It's a beautiful day and we're so happy to have you here. We have Krista behind the camera this morning. Yeah. So if you have any questions on what we're going to cover today, please just type them in and Krista will holler them out to us. Mm-hmm. And we're so glad that you're spending the next 20 minutes with us. We are going to give you a little insight to our mission for this holiday. We said we were going to talk about decorating for Christmas, but we realized we're actually not decorating here at the store until this weekend. Yeah. So next Friday, we're going to give you a tour of the store all decked for the holidays. Does that sound good?
Be better, right?
Is that better?
We can show everything.
Good morning, Candace says. We have Carlene's design. Janet is online.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, so we've got lots to cover. Our mission for the holiday is ready. Are you ready? We are going to spread joy. We didn't even practice that.
So you may have heard that was our mission.
Yeah. Every year we like to pick a little mission of things that where we're going to work towards for the holiday. This year we thought everyone could use a little joy. We could give it and we could receive it. So that is our focus, and we want to talk about that and along with some other things and how you can spread joy this holiday. Does that sound good? I keep banging my ring. And another thing. Listen up.
It was funny because we were trying to figure out like how we spread joy, but I can only think of things that have brought joy to me. So I think it's kind of funny because it makes more of an impact when I'm the one receiving it, right? Like I don't think we think about it as much when we're giving joy, but it really sticks in my mind once I've received joy, right?
Well, we were like, well, when was the last time you brought joy to somebody or you received joy? And we're like, well, I right away thought of my neighbor. She brings me joy all the time. I get homemade cookies and I get vegetables at my door when I get home. And they mow the grass.
We're all moving in.
Thank you, neighbors. Yeah. But then I was like, well, when was the last time I purposely went out of my way to bring joy to somebody else? Yeah. And that took a little bit longer, which, is that sad? But you're right. I think you just don't think about it.
Yeah. Like we're leaving little notes or doing that kind of stuff for people, right? Bringing family together. Like my family means everything. So I'm just thinking about daily how we can do things for them. But once they do something for me, then I'm like, oh, wow.
How can I do that? So we want to be more purposeful maybe for the holidays on bringing other people joy so that the next time we sit down and talk about it, we're going to go, I spread so much joy. With our mission being spreading joy, we have a few things that we are going to share with you this holiday.
So we've made these little worksheets we're going to be handing out this season.
It's not a worksheet.
Well, okay, not a worksheet.
It's like a life
how
sheet.
To spread joy. Some ideas.
Exactly, yeah.
So, first we thought maybe you could share a craft, a homemade craft or some baking. I mean, that's simple. That's kind of, just bring your neighbor some cookies like she did for you.
Yeah, actually, these little sheets we're going to hand out to you. Yeah. We're also going to email them to you, and if you have already pre-registered for our open house, our Christmas open house, you are going to get one. But it's the first idea that we had to spread joy was the homemade craft. And can I just get to the auction with that?
Oh yeah.
I'll just one sec.
So we're having an auction on Facebook.
Yeah, this is another thing we're going to do. So this is one of our homemade crafts.
So pretty.
So if you tuned in, was it last week we talked about?
Yeah.
All the staff made a homemade craft. And so there's 9 of them, and we are going to auction them off for charity. So that is our homemade craft. So we're already spreading joy. We didn't even know it. Do you see? Okay, so number 1, share a homemade craft or baking, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can support a local business.
At the Passionate Home.
Downtown Langley.
Yeah. Enter our contest. There's a good contest going on right now. Write a letter to someone you care about. It really means a lot. Like, I think, especially, we're going to get to that later, but my grandma's in a care home right now, and there's not a lot to do, so just to receive a letter or a little note
of
handwritten somebody's thinking about you.
Yeah. When was the last time you went to your mailbox and actually opened up an envelope that said, anything?
I think I'd fall over if I got a handwritten note.
But how beautiful would that be?
Yeah, it would be nice. Well, and pick up the phone and reach out to somebody, right?
Text less, talk more, people.
Yeah, I find it really hard now to actually dial a number and call somebody. Do you guys? I don't know why.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
Well, you add COVID on top of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody else have a hard time picking up the phone? I know my husband's always like, stop texting and just pick up the phone. And I'm like, yeah, I really should.
My husband does that too. He always says that. So maybe it's a woman thing. I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, so leave little joyful notes to surprise a random person.
So what we have done for you to share are these. We've created these little spreading joy notes. So you're going to get an envelope. Now these, if you're again coming to our open house on the 4th, you're going to receive these in your when you leave. Oh, will you? Oh no, if you were the top RSVP, you'll get one in your bag, but you can also pick them up here at the store at any time. Yeah. And inside we have these little joyful note sheets. They're little stickies that you can easily write a little note, and it just says, I love you. It could say whatever. You can put it on your husband or wife's steering wheel, so when they get in to go to work in the morning. Or you could put it on, actually, can I tell a quick story?
Yeah.
Friends of mine, I haven't seen them for so long, Johnny and Carolyn. I'm going to cry just because I haven't seen them for so long. But Johnny writes his wife a little note, she told me this, and she puts it inside the washing machine. So when she lifts up the washing machine, there's a note. And I said, well, how does he know you're going to see it? She goes, because I do 1 load of laundry every morning. So she lifts it up, and there's the note. And
such a cute
isn't
spot.
that wonderful?
Yeah.
So these are the joyful notes that you can leave for somebody you love or a random person, just even in a car parking lot, on their windshield or something that just says, have a great day.
Do you know, I feel like I'm going to do that with mine. I'm going to go, at the mall at Christmas time. It's crazy busy. Things are hectic. I'm just going to leave a couple
random notes.
Yeah. That's what
So we hope you love that idea. This is something, we have limited quantities, but you can come and just pick up an envelope. There's no charge, and spread some joy.
So this one I love. Brighten a senior's day with a card, gift, or visit. So, right? Like, I think that's important.
And the senior doesn't have to be, it could be like my mother. I think senior, I think somebody's in a home, but just remembering seniors.
We have a question. How do you get an invitation to your open house?
Oh, you're all invited, but there's limited space, so you need to call the store, maybe after this video. So
don't call now.
So we have time.
Call now.
We have a few left openings for 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock on November 4th.
Yes.
In the evening, right?
So just call and RSVP your spot because there's limited spots because of COVID.
Yeah.
We hope that answers your question. Yes.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Okay, so warm a street friend with some sweatpants or hoodies. So we're going to be collecting these all season long. So, sweatpants and hoodies are just nice for anybody, right?
Yeah,
They're
unisex.
They're unisex. Yeah. They are stretchy, so they fit lots of sizes, that kind of stuff.
Our team member Candace works quite closely with Night Shift Ministries. Yeah. And we asked her, what do street people or homeless people need most? And she said, warm sweats and hoodies. Any size, the bigger the better, the cozy. They can be slightly used, and then we will be donating them, and she will be in charge of distributing them to those people who need a cozy hug.
I'm sure I can just go through like one drawer and probably bring in 15 things.
Yeah, I think so. I could do.
So that's what we are also doing is collecting, and then you can, by bringing in your slightly used or new sweatpants or hoodies, you are going to be spreading joy through the line. Yeah. Right? It'll bring us joy that you do that.
Yeah. Smile with your eyes. We all have masks on these days.
That's right. Everyone's got a mask on and they're looking down or looking at their phone. If you just take a time to look up and smile, you have to smile with your eyes.
You'll usually get a smile back.
That's right.
And send someone a surprise gift, cup of tea, coffee. So that happens a lot in drive-thrus, right? When you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I think I'm going to pay for the person's coffee behind me. So that's kind of nice.
Has that happened to you before?
It has. Yeah. And then it makes you do it. So, right?
You think about how easy was that and how happy that made me, I could pass it on.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
And sometimes it's like $2, right? Like you're grabbing a quick coffee for $2 and somebody paid for it and you're like...
You don't drink coffee at Starbucks. So...
some ideas, if you've got ideas.
Some ideas, yeah. If you've got ideas on how to spread joy, please put them in there and share it with everyone.
Actually, well, maybe I'm jumping ahead, but we kind of talked about we were going to do that, right?
What?
We were going to give away a gift at the end of it.
Yeah,
so
we are. We're going to give away a $25 gift certificate for anyone who shares in the comments below, either live now or later, their idea of how to spread joy so that we can use that. Right. I also wanted to just jump in with Lori. Lori spreads joy just by sharing her magazines that she buys. She bought this and she brought it in to show us. And usually people bring them in and say, hey, you should read this. This is beautiful. But no, she brought it in and she goes, look what I got. And then that was it. And we're like, oh, did you read it already? She's like, no. And I'm like, oh. But sharing a magazine or a book that you really enjoy with somebody is always, even at co-workers, you know, you've read it, you're not going to do anything with it. You can, instead of recycling it, just bring some joy to somebody else who you know would appreciate it.
I think she left it to share. We can read it.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. So we wanted to talk about spreading joy, Christmas setup. So we are closed Sundays and Mondays.
Yeah.
And we are going to transform the store.
Transforming the store this weekend.
Yeah.
So exciting.
I know.
So that it consists of a terrible mess. This whole store is redone. But when you come next week, it is going to be, so pretty. And then we're going to follow up on Thursday with our open house, which Janine had talked about. So that's
the auction. It kicks off that
Yes, we are auctioning off all our artwork. It will kick off on Facebook, correct? Krista?
Yes. It's going to kick off on Facebook.
So the auction pieces, you can see them here now if you'd like to come in, but we will put them on Facebook, and it will be not live, but I guess live on Facebook. You'll have 48 hours to bid. And all the money that we collect for the art that we made will go to the Langley Christmas Bureau. Spreading joy, people.
So each piece will be its own post. So just keep flipping through to all 9 and see which one you like best, or a couple. You can bid, because probably you're not going to get them all, I wouldn't think. So you can bid on a few if you want. Just watch whoever's got the highest bid before it closes on the Saturday at just before 6.
Is it Sunday?
1 second before 6.
It's Saturday. That's right.
Then that person will win it.
So there'll be 9 photos, and whichever piece of art you want is where you need to be bidding. Does that make sense? We hope. Yes.
And there's going to be 9 photos. The dimensions will be on there, as well as I'm going to try to put a video of each one as well, just because sometimes it's hard to see.
Yeah, I thought maybe like some close-ups or something, because they do have some dimensions.
There is nothing like seeing them in person, really. And if you are coming to our Christmas open house, our spreading holiday event, you will see them in person as well. They'll all be on display. So,
should we talk about this?
Yes.
Our second ever subscription box. So this is our holiday box. There's a couple left, you guys. It's filled with beautiful things we've picked. So there's something for you, something for your home, and something to get creative.
That's right.
Plus lots more stuff. But yeah, you're going to want this. So you can start picking these up on Tuesday after we're all decorated, if you've pre-purchased.
If you've purchased.
Yeah.
So actually the first one came out about 4 months ago. Yeah. We sold out instantly, and I would say 98% of the people who bought that one have already bought their next one.
For sure.
So,
really good. We doubled it, correct? We doubled
how
many
we doubled our
quantities.
And they're all packed and curated with love. Each box is decorated by Candace personally.
Yeah.
And did you have a question, Krista?
No. Jennifer Jean says, very interesting and joyful segment today. Yes, we need to spread more joy.
Yes.
Often I mail cards and notes to my granddaughters. They enjoy getting mail.
Who doesn't enjoy getting mail?
I'm crying, Jennifer.
Yeah. Right?
I want to send that to my grandma.
Did we cover everything?
I think so.
We've got the box.
Oh, do we have any time left?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, I'll be right back.
We have something exciting that we kind of alluded to a few weeks ago, but
we have created our first branded product just in time for the holidays, and it is a Create a Beautiful Life Bath Caddy.
Oh my goodness.
Pretty.
So how can you get more, creating more of a beautiful life than in a bubble bath? Having a glass of wine or a bottle of wine, it fits both people.
Yeah.
We make sure
Your glass can hang there.
your glass can hang here, your glass could go here. There's room for candles. There's a space here for your iPad or your Kindle or a book. So this is for the bathtub. We've put our branding on the back. Here we go. They come in 2 colors. This is a great gift for the holidays for somebody. You could put a big bow here with a bottle of wine or some candles.
Yes, please.
Yeah, or a bubble bath. Yeah.
We're just mentioning. Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to watch this later. He's at work, but yeah.
And then it just reminds you while you're sitting there, just relaxing, to create a beautiful life. Something else I wanted to say about this. Oh, you don't just have to use it in the bath. You could actually use it as just a tray when you're in bed with having your cup of tea as a workstation. You could put your laptop on it, right? As well. You could also use it as a charcuterie board if you wanted. You could just put it on the table and stage it beautifully. Like it could actually be in the center of your table with candles, flowers as your centerpiece.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So we do have limited quantities of these. They're $110. They come in 2 colors, as we said, and this is our first of a few that will be released, reminding you to live and create a beautiful life.
And guys, I think it's beautiful right now, but it's even more beautiful in person.
Oh yeah.
The camera just doesn't do it justice. It's gorgeous.
I agree.
So I think we've covered everything.
I think
right?
so.
We are super excited to get busy with setting up for Christmas and just visiting. Hopefully will bring you joy. And we look forward to seeing you on our Christmas open house next Friday, because we're here every Friday at 9:30.
We're moving, right?
We're moving and shaking. We're gonna give you a tour of the store for those of you who maybe can't get it. Oh, we're moving.
We're moving to Facebook. That's
And we're moving to Facebook. Sorry.
So we're going off Instagram Live onto Facebook Live because we want to share these videos a little bit more. It's easier to see if we can turn the camera. Hopefully we can figure that out. And then it can go on YouTube as well. So, and you can just see, I think it's a better view. You can get more angle of all the beautiful things we have here.
Yes.
We have somebody that says, I have a son away at school in South Carolina who I sent a bunch of photos of him as a kid and all his friends and family to remind him to think about him and to motivate him to work hard.
Aww.
Stop, we're going to cry.
Actually, this brings me to a story that my daughter, I'm going to cry.
Oh my goodness, guys, today.
She moved to New Zealand and she was in, not quarantine, but is it quarantine?
Yeah.
In
'cause
lockdown for 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And I, years ago, I created these little love notes for kids. I don't know, for some of you who've been with me for a long time, they're called a Pillow Talk. And I wrote one for every day, so I think she was in for 14 days, was it? 14 little notes inside each one. So each one actually had a quote that said, "You make me a better person." And then I wrote a personal note in, and I numbered them 1 to 20, 1 to 14, so that she could open one a day, so she wouldn't feel so alone.
Oh my goodness. We're a mess today.
Well, hopefully that brought her joy, because it brought me a lot of joy and a lot of tears while I did it. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us today. We look forward to spreading joy with you all season long. So stay safe, and we will see you soon.
Create a beautiful life.
Create a beautiful life. Bye.